Hi Mud, this is the cheat sheet for Thursday, December the 8th. For the second straight month, small business optimism remained flat at basically 1 in 2 businesses. Right now, 53% of small business owners consider themselves to be optimistic about the future. Now, here's where there's big opportunity for growth. Growth with small businesses, growth in employment, and even growth in salaries of those who work for small businesses. The number one issue right now, according to small businesses, healthcare reform and having to comply with it and the expense that goes along with the compliance of it. 2/3 of all small businesses are saying that they would hire and raise salaries of their existing employees if healthcare reform is overturned. So as we've taken a look at for the past 2 years, small businesses really not raising income growth and really only hiring who they absolutely have to hire. It looks like the biggest reasons for that, not necessarily because they can't continue to add people over the course of time as they grow their business, but basically they're scared to. And the big cutoff, it's 50 people. 50 people in a given company is the point at which you are under 100% of the compliance measures for healthcare reform. I personally know a couple companies that will not go above 49 employees just for that reason. So this will be interesting, to see, because the irony of all of this, we know it turns back to politics because that's where it started with healthcare reform. The irony for the president is it might be the best thing that could have happened to him politically if healthcare reform were overturned, because the small businesses, which represent 2/3 of all job growth in this country, begin to hire again. If that goes away, the economy's better, and that would look good for the incumbent president. Anyway, kind of an interesting situation. We've talked about it quite a bit, but now we actually have numbers to back up exactly what we've been talking about with healthcare reform being a huge overhang for small businesses. Hit on a couple other things here real quick. On the not-so-small businesses, I had a report a couple months ago that corporate bankruptcies were at the best rate in a few years. That continues to occur. In fact, now we're even seeing that companies in corporate America with the lowest credit rating, junk-rated credit, are actually down to 1.9% bankruptcy rates. That's below even healthy economic times, where the rate over the long term for low-rated credit companies has been 4.6%. So it looks like most of the larger companies that were going to fall have been washed out. Of course, there are going to be isolated stories you're going to hear about along the way where companies, something changes either in their product structure or the world that ends up hurting them and they go away. But on average, corporations certainly in a much healthier place, even those with poor credit. In the Car and Driver Top 10 Cars of 2012, I've got the complete list, all the product categories. It's on the physical cheat sheet. You have information about that right below here. We'll see you tomorrow.